Making school lunches can be time-consuming and frustrating for parents, especially when they come home uneaten. Our next guest says she knows the secret to packing something kids will eat. Ruthie Byrd, also known as the Lunch Lady, is in the AM kitchen to show us how a little input and responsibility will have your kids eating everything. It's now 6 months of making sandwiches and making all kinds of lunches. It's time to inject a little, few new ideas.
It certainly is. What we find when we're serving our lunch program in elementary schools is we get to see how everybody else is eating at school. And so what we see is that most parents start with a really great lunch. They have a sandwich, an apple, some carrots, and then they start adding things like from here, they start adding all of these snacky things because they're worried they'll be hungry.
And they want them to at least make sure they have something
to eat. And what happens is that there's no adult saying eat the sandwich first or eat those veggies first. So they eat all of this stuff, the sweet, salty stuff. They wash it down with the drink, and then
throw their sandwich out or something.
Unfortunately, they don't eat the rest. So there are different ways that you can give kids that same food profile that's more interesting for them. And so these are sort of like bento boxes. They're easy to find, these plastic containers anywhere. And you don't have to serve anything in a traditional way. Cube up ham, cheese, put some of those little toasty things in. Make it interesting for kids, and you can have a little bit of a snack, but you just don't need too many snacks.
Right, so that they will eat the other.
Yeah, you want them to be hungry for the other food because they only have 20 minutes, and it's their social time.
Yes.
So imagine that kids are at a party. Just like when we're at a party, we like to eat in little bits. And when we design our programs at schools, everything we serve is also pre-cut, so it's in little bits, easy to eat, right?
And then
that's how they eat.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay.
So
what have you got? And then even here, look at some of the ideas here that you've got.
Okay.
I would not have thought grilled cheese.
Yeah.
But why not?
Well, actually, that's French toast.
Or French toast,
and
sorry.
We're going to make that. You could do grilled cheese, though. So here I've got, you can now get crustless bread, get yourself a cookie cutter, you can cut out fancy shapes.
Fun.
Look at these little mini buns. You can fill them up with tuna or ham and cheese, and then they have one for each break. So I thought we could put some pancakes and French toast in the toaster.
Pancakes too, great.
Why not, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to put the...
Sure.
Yeah, we'll put a couple of pancakes in here.
And that's easy. So how does this one work?
Yeah, like that.
There you go.
And then we'll put some French toast in here. And then we'll toast it. And then...
And French toast is always a favorite.
Yeah.
Pancakes and French toast
and it's
for
lunch
lunch
for
is
you.
a great idea.
That's right. Whole grain bread.
And then to put on top, like once they take them out?
Well, that's in the magic of...
Yeah, say they're done.
We'll say they're done. If you want to take those out and just cut them together in quarters.
Okay.
I'll let you do that. So you're just going to cut them however you want. Yeah. In 4. Throw them into a thermos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
And then the pancakes?
Or you could do that again. Yeah. And throw them into another one.
Okay.
And look at this cute little thing. Look at this. This is where you can get on
tiny wee syrup container.
Yeah, tiny wee syrup container. Okay.
Great.
All right. So now we've got that in there. We're going to put the lid on. And one thing you really want them to have is now you've got the grains, where you're going to get the protein from. So if you look down here, I've got some pre-made parfaits. One is has bananas, top and bottom in the middle, and with just some snack mix on the top, and the other has fruit.
I love the fact it's got goldfish on top. That's fun for the kids to do.
Yeah. So what we could do is, if you want to put some yogurt in here, just throw some yogurt in the container.
You'll build your own?
Yeah. And we'll put a little bit of fruit in the bottom.
Okay.
Any frozen fruit.
Okay.
Throw in some yogurt.
I'll make the mess. They'll eat it.
Doesn't matter. No perfect way to do it. Throw a little more.
That's good. Any of these thermos ideas?
Yeah.
Some little snacks. Okay.
And then you could put some snack mix.
Cheerios. And raisins.
Nothing wrong with a couple of Smarties.
A couple of them, just to make it interesting. Great ideas. Thank you so much for coming in. You will find the Lunch Lady's tips on combating lunch bag fatigue and her recipes on our website.